NTA, you can't beat the reach.
Welcome to Abuja, the place that unites.
The police is working hand in glove with the corrections to get more details about the attack.
Normalcy returns to Jos Custodial Center as authorities carry out head count to ascertain true situation. More reactions trail declaration of bandits as terrorists, with Buhari campaign organization leading accolades for the development.
By declaring them terrorists, invariably, there's no hiding place for them again.
Plus, Ogoni cleanup, federal government to prioritize environmental restoration in 2022.
My goal is to actually ensure that the cleanup project is owned by the Ogonis.
This is NTA Network News, reaching you live in Abuja. I'm Ian Ray. John Adiola Komiakere joins us from Lagos. Welcome. 252 inmates out of 1,060 escaped from the Jos Correctional Center during Sunday's attack by gunmen. Controller of the center, Samuel Aguda, confirmed the figure while addressing journalists in Jos. Ekemeren Kaneng Ladoja has an update.
Controller of the custodial center, Samuel Aguda, disclosed that 10 of the inmates who escaped have been recaptured, while 2 were returned by their parents. He said 9 inmates and 1 attacker were gunned down while fleeing, and 1 assistant superintendent of corrections was killed by the attackers. 7 corpses were, however, recovered at the custodial center.
Now we are having 789. Okay. The police and the DSS, they assisted us, and they are still assisting us, and even our men, we are on search party to recapture some of these escaped inmates.
At the moment, intensive stop and search is still on to get other fleeing escapees. The police is working hand in glove with the corrections to get more details about the attack.
A joint patrol team is conducting a stop and search around Jos Metropolis. The State Deputy Governor, Professor Soni Tioden, along with other security chiefs, inspected facilities at the center to ascertain the level of damage. Meanwhile, Governor Simon Bakola Long condemned the attack and promised to apply a holistic approach to bring such attacks and jailbreaks to an end. He urged citizens to remain calm and go about their legitimate duties. In Jos, Ekemeren Kaneng Ladoja, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the federal government has strongly condemned the recent gruesome murder of 2 policemen, warning that those who carried out the killings videotaped their heinous act and circulated such will be apprehended and brought to justice. In a statement from the office of the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, described the horrific, barbaric and cannibalistic manner of the incident as an unacceptable attack against the state. The minister said the 3 were all 7 officers of the Nigeria Police who were abducted by members of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, acting on the instructions of their leader, Chinonso Okafor, also known as Temple, on the 27th of November 2021. The leader of the ESN team that killed the two officers is one known as Gentle. The minister said the continued attacks on security agents as well as agencies of government by ESN and IPOB are diametrically opposed to the call in certain quarters for a political solution to the IPOB issue, and wondered why those making such calls are yet to condemn the appalling murder of 7 police officers. The minister paid tribute to the dead officers and all security agents serving the nation to the best of their ability in a most difficult moment. He also condoled with the families of the slain officers, praying that God will comfort and strengthen them. The National Security Advisor, Babagana Mogano, says cooperation is extremely important among the various security organs to successfully combat the challenges of insecurity in the 21st century. He gave the pointer while hosting the House of Representatives Committee on National Security and Intelligence during an oversight visit. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali brings us details.
The Office of the National Security Advisor is saddled with the responsibility of coordinating operations and intelligence gathering. While hosting the House Committee on National Security and Intelligence, Babagana Munguno says the tripod philosophy of the present administration of ensuring cooperation between the 3 arms of government is to collectively face challenges in order to accomplish mission.
That our challenges have been exacerbated by the fact that the enemy is no longer the type of enemy we were used to. The enemy we have today is hidden, he is within us, and it is very, very difficult. And that is why I've always emphasized on the fact that cooperation between all the services is extremely important, and at the same time, whatever we do, we try to work hand in hand with the legislature and the judiciary.
Chairman of the committee, Representative Shaban Sharada, acknowledged the commitments of the NSA in coordinating the various security agencies for effective response to security breaches, but urged for improvement in that regard.
The recent visit of the members of the Network of African Parliamentarians for Defense and Security to the headquarters of National Counter-Terrorism Center under construction reveal impressive commitment by the present administration of President Muhammadu Buhari to address terrorism in Nigeria and indeed Africa, which, when completed, will be the largest in the continent.
The lawmakers were taking on a tour of some projects, which include the National Center for Counter-Terrorism. Lami Ali, NTA News.
And still on security, with the declaration of bandits as terrorists by the federal government, opinion leaders have commended the initiative, saying it is a necessary legal instrument to stem insecurity in Nigeria. Some people who spoke with Olabode Arewa, however, want the security agencies to step up intelligence gathering for the nation to reap the full benefits of the declaration.
In any case, the ordinary dictionary definition already validates that they are terrorizing behavior, targeting ethnic communities. It's already terrorism. And there's a necessity to deploy additional resources to address their terrorizing nature.
They are terrorists because government has tried every effort to ensure that they become rehabilitated or that they look into the matter with another light. But since they have vehemently refused to take the way of peace, it is within the wisdom of government to ensure that it emboldens the security agencies that are fighting this war to be able to evoke the powers. Because by declaring them terrorists, invariably, there's no hiding place for them again.
They have maimed lives. So many persons have become widows as a result of the action of these bandits. So many persons, even security agencies are victims of these actions.
The Federal Ministry of Justice says the process is on for the gazetting of the court declaration. Similarly, the Buhari Media Organization says President Muhammadu Buhari deserves commendation for going through democratic process to proscribe bandits group and clothe them in the garb of terrorists. A statement by BMO Chairman Niyi Akinshiju stated that President Buhari has not only shown qualitative leadership but also respected the Nigerian Constitution, separation of powers and due process. What the federal government has done is to take it beyond the act and give it a new definition through judicial declaration, and by so doing provide legal backing for the proscription of the bandit groups. The group added that Nigerians can now clearly see that President Buhari has the commitment to handle the issue of insecurity in the country and not treating bandits with kid gloves, as some have been led to believe. In other news, a businesswoman heading to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for Umrah, Lesser Hajj, has been arrested by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, for ingesting 80 pellets of cocaine. The 46-year-old suspect was arrested on Wednesday, 24th November, at a boarding screening area of the airport during an outward clearance of Qatar Airways flight and was subsequently taken into custody. Another suspected trafficker was arrested with 101 wraps of heroin weighing 1.3 kilograms at the Gate C departure hall of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, on his way to Italy via Istanbul on Turkish Airlines. The drugs were concealed inside cassava flour, popularly called gari. Meanwhile, an abandoned consignment of cart weighing 17.90 kilograms was discovered at the narco shed of the airport. Now let's look at other issues now. The civil service is the very tip of the spear of government, and optimal public service delivery requires an efficient public service. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo said this when he inaugurated a secretariat complex in Asaba, built by the Delta State government and named after Professor Chike Edozien, the traditional ruler of Asaba. State House correspondent Dido Nifade brings us details.
Being a doctor, now we have this crèche. So the mothers, the civil servant can easily go to the crèche, breastfeed their babies, and go back and continue to work, and their children will live healthy.
Big smile on the face of Omoni Johnson, a retired civil servant and a pediatric nurse specialist. Before her retirement from the civil service till now, she remains a voice for the establishment of a crèche in workplaces for nursing mothers who are in public service for them to practice exclusive breastfeeding of their babies. This is not the only area in the new secretariat which makes it unique.
All the 27 ministries and their commissioners and permanent secretaries are housed here, with the entire secretariat interconnected through a system of voice and data networks. There are 9 seminar and conference rooms, a training room, a well-furnished clinic.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo commends Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for the project, says naming the building after a highly respected and deserving son of Delta State and Nigeria is not only celebrating the monarch but also signaling the sort of excellence in public service that he wishes to see incubated within the complex.
Public servants require environments that bring out the best in them, and this secretariat complex will provide such an environment. Integrity, diligence, and service to community and country still pay. It is my hope that this place will, like the eminent personage after whom it is named, be a symbol of unity and distinction.
The Vice President also inaugurated the Asaba Independent Power Project, comprising of 8.5 megawatts power plant and 25 kilometers distribution network. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, on arrival at Asaba, paid a courtesy call on the traditional ruler of Asaba, Professor Chike Edozien, and commended the royal father for maintaining peace and unity in his kingdom. From Asaba, the Delta State capital, Jide Onifade, NT News.
And away from the big heart, Africa's big economies, Nigeria and South Africa are consolidating efforts towards developing strong capacity in addressing common challenges in the continent. Ministers of key development organs met at the Binational Summit in Abuja. Foreign Desk Correspondent Usman Aliyu reports.
A big step for a great journey. That is what Nigeria and South Africa are achieving here. The two nations believe that their relationships must go beyond being regional and continental power blocs. They want to share expertise, through cooperations in various areas to explore human and natural resources for their mutual benefits. The effect of the global pandemic has taught the two countries lessons on the realities of the future.
We have immense potential in Nigeria and South Africa working together, because this really, through a range of sectors, can help drive our economic development for inclusive growth and shared prosperity.
Our interests must also go beyond just the bilateral level to also influencing Africa's position at the multilateral level, where we both ardently seek for the development and progress of the continent.
In the end, President Buhari and his counterpart, Cyril Ramaphosa, are expected to sign agreements on identified areas for development. The Nigeria-South Africa Binational Commission was upgraded in 2019 to head sub-government engagements when President Buhari visited Pretoria to douse tension caused by xenophobic attack which affected businesses of foreign nationals, including Nigerians. Usman Aliu, NTA News.
And on COVID-19, the president of the African Development Bank, Akinwumi Adesina, has advised world leaders not to label or penalize African nations for new COVID-19 variants. The FDB president in tweet said Africa is not the source of COVID-19 pandemic, calling for global justice, equity and fairness in access to vaccines. He also advocates for fairness in access to global vaccine supply system. Additional said Africa must accelerate the manufacturing of its own vaccines and set up healthcare security defense system. Africa, he said, must no longer outsource health security of its 1.8 billion people to the benevolence of others. Time for a quick break. Please stay.
This one where you get Christmas mood, so see you with this and this and this every day now. Christmas with Glow Berekete plus. Now I feel listen to all my favorite jams all night long.
Plus is here, and every day is now Christmas. Existing Glow customers will get 400% bonus on every recharge and 100 MB data bonus on first recharge of the month. New Glow customers will get 1,000 Naira welcome bonus. To activate, buy a new Glow SIM today or dial *777# for existing Glow customers.
Every day now Christmas with the Glow Berekete plus.
The National Prosperity Movement (NPM) presents the National Unity Summit, a forum where illustrious Nigerians representing diverse interests and groups will have meaningful conversations on the issue of peace, unity, equity, and nation building. The theme of the summit is Nigeria, the imperative of unity, happening on the 1st of December 2021 at the NAF Conference Center, Kado, Abuja. Time is 10 a.m. prompt. The chairman of the occasion is Major General IBM Haruna, retired. Special guest of honor is Governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, chairman of Nigerian Governors Forum. The keynote speaker is Professor Atahiru Jega, former chairman of INEC. Royal father is Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Muhammadu Saadu Abubakar, CFR. You can follow the event live on Facebook by liking and following our page National Prosperity Movement and on Twitter at NPM_NG. Also watch live on YouTube on NPM TV. National Prosperity Movement. Prosperity for all Nigerians.
Everybody knows the secret to good cooking is that special ingredient. The mothers know it, but does this new generation know it? Let's find out. Mothers, daughters, are you ready? Yes! Let the cooking begin.
Erisco tomato paste. Now we get home, now we get love, now we get children. We spice the world with a meal so great and so healthy. You know we've got your back. Oh, with Erisco, Natico.
Ladies and gentlemen, food is ready.
Food of love.
For the yum for the
Erisco Richico and Najiko tomato paste is made by Erisco Foods Limited, feeding Africans with healthy foods.
Enjoy the reward that sharing brings with the Airtel Family Plan. Get bonus talk time, SMS, and data for each family member you share with. Dial *141# now.
Smartphone Network. Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, in collaboration with the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, OSGF, welcome you to the Third National Summit on Diminishing Corruption in the Public Sector. Theme: Corruption and Costs of Governance, New Imperatives for Fiscal Transparency. Date: 30th November 2021. Time: 10 a.m. prompt. Venue: State House Banquet Hall. President Muhammadu Buhari will declare the summit open. The Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Shamsuna Ahmed, will deliver the keynote address. Highlights of the event include the recognition of winners of the 2021 Public Service Integrity Awards. Physical attendance is strictly by invitation, please. All participants are to be seated by 9 a.m. The general public is hereby invited to join on Cisco WebEx or Facebook live streaming on ICPC Nigeria. Announcer, Management.
The House Committee on Information, National Orientation, Ethics and Values, in collaboration with Ent Design Resource Hub Limited, invites all to a conference. Theme: Information as a Strategic Tool for National Development. Date: 2nd and 3rd December. Time: 10 a.m. daily. Venue: NAV Conference Center, Kado, Abuja. Chairman of the occasion, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. Special guest of honor, Boss Mustafa, Alhaji Yahya Bello. Host, Alhaji Lai Muhammad. Co-host, Hajia Ramatu Tijani Aliyu. For details, please call the following numbers. Honorable Adebumi Olusegun Dokun, announcer.
Thank you for staying. President of the Senate, Ahmad Ibrahim Lawan, has inaugurated a 120-bed capacity mother and child health care hospital at his country home, Gashua, in Yobe North Senatorial District. The multi-million-dollar project was executed by the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Sustainable Development Goals. Bashir Ibrahim Nababa has the details.
Named after President Muhammadu Buhari, the hospital is equipped with the state-of-the-art medical facilities to bring quality healthcare services to the doorsteps of the targeted beneficiaries in Yobe North Senatorial District and neighboring communities. Inaugurating the project, President of the Senate Ahmed Ibrahim Lawal revealed plans for the construction of an intensive care unit worth 400 million naira at the State Specialist Hospital Geshua, where he announced a personal donation of 10 million naira annually for the running of the newly established hospital.
There are about 20 or even 30 of these across the country, including Benue State. So it's all over the country, and what bothers Mr. President and his administration is to save the women of Nigeria, to save the children of Nigeria, to save Nigerians, provide good health facilities.
All of these facilities is to complement the effort of the state government and to fill in the gap.
In another development, the President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawal, inaugurated a schools acquisition center in Geshua, the headquarters of Bade Local Government Council, which was designed to train youth and students different trades to enable them become productive. Similarly, the President of the Senate flagged off the 4th medical outreach program for indigents across the 6 local governments under his senatorial district. At the Federal University Geshua, the President of the Senate inspected ongoing roads network and drainage system being constructed to ease movement in this institution. From Damaturu, Bashir Ibrahim Nababa, NTA News.
And still on health, a medical publication that prefers solutions to some health issues confronting Nigerians has been presented to the public. The book, Sociology of Medical Practice, is authored by Manasseh Deto, Deputy Governor of Gombe State, a former Deputy Comptroller of Customs in charge of modernization. Elizabeth Omoy reports that the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, chaired the occasion.
The world is a global village, and one global challenge is the COVID-19 pandemic that is now compounded with a new variant, Omicron. The way out is vaccination and boosters being advocated. Interestingly captured in a book, Sociology of Medical Practice provides insight to eliminating hazards to health.
We must run away from abdicated responsibilities and go back and do the needful and re-engineer our health sector.
Life-threatening illness and chronic degenerative illnesses that do not kill immediately will require the intervention of the social sciences.
The compendium aims to recognize systems, syndromes, and identify measures to prevent occurrences of diseases.
It is not therefore to assert that medicine, whether orthodox or alternative, really treat the effects of disease and not the causes that are further underlying, which lie deep in the social causes.
Despite its ideological leaning, it remains an unrepentant welfarist and a committed humanist.
The 289-page book also addresses the culture of social dynamics. Elizabeth Omori, NT News.
And away from health now, Minister of State Environment Sharon Ikazo says the federal government will prioritize the Center of Excellence for Environmental Restoration effective 2022 as part of implementation of the Ogoni cleanup exercise. Onengiye Fineface reports that this is in addition to successfully remediate polluted sites in Ogoni land.
Key concerns for people here in Ogoni land include timely implementation of the UNEP report, flag off of the Center of Excellence on Environmental Restoration, the scaling of livelihood support programs, as well as tackling insecurity by engaging Ogoni youth in the cleanup exercise.
Please tell the president that the Ogoni people who are his people want that university, so that our people will be more highly educated.
As local government council chairman, we have resolved that if you're comfortable with Professor Philip, what we want is resolved.
Livelihood project remains more domesticated.
If you apply these same our Ogoni youths in that project, automatically they are already security.
For the Minister of State Environment, these concerns are germane.
My goal is to actually ensure that the cleanup project is owned by the Ogonis and that more indigenous people acquire the required skills and ability to participate fully in the actualization of this cleanup. That is where the Center of Excellence and the Soil Management Center is set up.
This event is the first of stakeholder engagements outlined to address the cleanup of Ogoni land in Bori, River State. Onengiye Fineface, NTA News.
Nigeria is set to host a virtual Sea Power for Africa symposium at the Naval Headquarters, which will focus on formulating a structure for effective ocean governance between naval forces of 33 African countries. Defense correspondent Najato Tijani reports.
Nigeria is taking the lead as a maritime power by hosting the Sea Power Summit, where it will, among other issues, highlight the achievements of reducing piracy in the Gulf of Guinea by 77%.
Permit me to reiterate that the primary objective of the Sea Power Africa Symposium is to promote the integration of Africa's maritime security surveillance structures in the context of a sustainable blue economy based on a common understanding of the dynamics of maritime security threats in Africa.
The virtual symposium is expected to focus on ways of boosting regional naval capability through collaboration.
Share and collect experiences from current models in countries with successful track records.
300 naval staff and coast guards across 33 African countries and the United States, Portugal, Denmark and 3 other countries are expected to attend the virtual summit hosted by the Nigerian Navy. The objective is to chart a new course in tackling the continent's maritime challenges. Naja'atu Tijani, NTA News.
Meanwhile, synergy between the Nigerian army and states in the northeast would fast-track the return of peace in the sub-region. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, said this during the courtesy visit on Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya in Gombe, while an operational visit to army formations. Emmanuel Akila reports.
The discussion between Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya and Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya centers on how the battle against insurgency can be won.
The commander has briefed me of all the support you have given, including when we have events and activities, hosting all our events and granting us spaces and places to hold them, and also administering our senior officers who attended.
Governor Inuwa Yahaya informed his visitor that the operations of the Nigerian army give people in Gombe and other states in the sub-region a sense of security.
I believe your coming here will show you that there is relative peace in Gombe, but we still need to reinforce that peace that we have. So we need you, like you need us, and we need to collaborate and synergize so that our people will enjoy that peace and tranquility that is available.
The Chief of Army Staff, in company of top military officers, continues his trip to other states across the country. In Gombe, Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
The Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, has again received another pat on the back for excellent service delivery, noting her quest to unite the nation. The latest are from the International Human Rights Commission and the Defense Intelligence Agency. Omenka Amarachuku reports.
Issues of human rights violation has remained a recurring decimal within the African region and beyond, with wide-range impact on victims. To address this global phenomenon, the NTA is leading the pathway through its wide range to strengthen campaign against gross human rights abuses. Now, this is earning NTA international recognition with an award of excellence to service and humanity.
There are allegations of extrajudicial killings by our security forces, while no mention is ever made of the thousands killed, maimed, or displaced by the same Boko Haram. The leaked report of the NSAS panel in Lagos. Nobody mentioned about the policemen brutally murdered by the protesters.
We mediate between the lead and the led. There is no way you can hear a public statement coming from the International Human Rights Commission condemning the security forces. Even if we are going to do that, DG, our principles is that we write officially to notify government of what has been done wrongly.
The Director General of Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, also played host to the Defense Intelligence Agency, where issues of national interest dominated discussion.
We in NTA will definitely work assiduously with you to ensure that this wing of the battle is also sustained and victory is achieved in the long run.
We support our troops in the front line, so basically that's the reason why we're here to collaborate with the NTA in order for us to push out these products to the public. So
Yakubu Ibn Mohammed says that NTA will continue to use its network in promoting peace and national cohesion. In Abuja, Omeka Marchku, NTA News.
Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike, has graduated a total of 5,817 students at its 10th graduation held over the weekend at Umudike, Abia State, and 92 students bagged first-class degrees in different disciplines. Steve Lonai Nwokolo reports.
The convocation ceremony, which started with the procession by the graduates, members of Senate of the Ivory Tower, was witnessed by the Abia State Governor, represented by his deputy Ude Okochukwu, ministers of education, solid minerals and steel development, as well as the member representing Ukwano Umuahia Federal Constituency at the National Assembly, among others. Out of the 5,817 first-degree graduates, 92 bagged first-class honors and 1,775 passed with second-class honors upper division, while 2,905 obtained second-class honors in lower division. President Muhammadu Buhari, represented by the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Muhammad Abubakar, enjoined the graduating students to play their specialized role by catalyzing the development of the agricultural sector of the economy.
The agricultural sector remains a major driver in industrial development, diversification from heavy dependence on non-renewable mineral oil.
The Chancellor of the University, who is the Emir of Gombe, and the Vice Chancellor of the University tasked the graduates on development of technologies that will overcome constraints to the agricultural production.
The knowledge it produces must address social changes. The society is expected to show exemplary character and attitude to lead the way in search of solution and value.
My administration has re-engaged Abia State government as a partner in progress.
High points of the occasion were the presentation of graduates to be admitted into the various degrees, which ranged from Doctor of Philosophy to first degrees. From the University campus, Umudike, Abia State, Steve Lonai, Waokolo, NTA News.
Let's take a trip to Lagos now, where Adeola will feed us with more news.
Thank you, Yere. Just as victims of the fire outbreak at Fataya Tere of Ladipo Market are counting their losses, they are hopeful the succor will come their way soon. Hingina John Adams, who was at the scene of the incident, reports that no casualty was recorded.
These electric cables are alleged to be the source of the spark that led to the fire outbreak, which claimed property worth millions of naira.
Investigation revealed that there was a kind of rearrangement on electrical wiring within Shotiloye Street, transferring the electrical cable from one pole to another. In the course of doing that, then there was a mistake.
Oluwabusui Kotila owns a furniture workshop which was completely razed by the inferno.
There's a lot of work already finished, already lied on it. Even though some of them, they are bringing the vehicle come from Abuja, come and pick the work.
Eyewitnesses say the fire traveled from the source of the spark, a pole in front of a building under construction, to the furniture workshop, then to this 3-story building.
The 3-story building is said to be a warehouse where assorted automobile spare parts were stored.
The fortification, security fortification of the building was just too much. Accessing it by fire itself was easier than firefighters accessing it.
As Oluwabusui watched remnants of all he has gathered for years disappear with the smoke, he and other victims are hoping that help will come their way. In Lagos, Hingino John Adams, NTA News.
Chidinma's trial was stalled at the commencement of hearing at the Lagos High Court sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square because the prosecution witness was not composed to give his testimony.
At the resumed hearing, the case prosecution counsel asked the court to adjourn the trial to November 30th on the ground that its witness just arrived at the court from Asaba, knowing that the witness could not be composed to give his testimony. The first defendant's counsel did not object to the application of the prosecution counsel, while the second defendant's counsel said it would not also object to the prosecution, but asked if the prosecution counsel did not have any other witness. Counsel to the third defendant told the court that it would oblige the prosecution's counsel adjournment in the interest of justice. At the instance of the prosecution counsel, Justice Yetunde Adesanya then adjourned the case till 30th of November for the continuation of the trial. In Lagos, Kende Adebisi, NTA News.
And that's it. We'll take another break. The news will continue when we return. Please stay with us.
This is beautiful.
Quality is vital. Quality is Vitafoam.
Hello, honey.
Hey, baby.
Wow. Those guys are good in bed.
What?
Yes, we're good in bed. Hurry now to any Vitafoam accredited dealer nationwide or visit us online on www.vitafoamng.com to place your order today. Vitafoam, the fine art of living.
We have come a long way together from our first steps to taking giant strides as we conquered new territories. We move. We have built Africa's favorite network with the power of possibilities, community support, and the unstoppable Niger spirit. We are about to set out again, and there's no one we would rather set out with than you. We move.
There is a saying that Christmas is what you make of it. At Bedmates Furniture, we enjoy making your Christmas comfortable and exciting with the furniture we provide you. That's why from 1st November to 18 December 2021, Bedmates offers you and your loved ones amazing luxury furniture your home loves and truly needs at up to 70% discount. You also stand a chance to win fridges, TVs, washing machines, and many more as we keep making your living better through the furniture you love.
A nation, a people can be made up of many things. At NGX Group, we embody ambition, inclusiveness, and fairness. As a demutualized entity with 3 subsidiary companies, we are better positioned to serve you more. Our new identity reflects the performance and resilience of our market as represented by a ticker tape. The arrows are stylized to form an N, to denote the act of collaboration and exchange of value. Our powerful payoff line, the stock Africa is made of, is a celebration and affirmation of the greatness, innovativeness, excellence, and entrepreneurial drive of Africans and Africa. And it is these same traits that will see us thrive in an era of endless possibilities. It is time to invest and grow. Tap into what Africa is made of. NGX Group, the stock Africa is made of.
My people, how do you feel when you see bulldozers demolish beautiful but illegally built private houses, estates, or plazas? Agony and pain. That is exactly what the FCT administration feels also. No responsible government is happy to inflict pain on her people by demolishing any property. Are you planning to acquire a piece of land? Avoid buying land from indigents or local chiefs or any other unauthorized source, as doing so could ruin your valuable investment. Only the Minister of FCT allocates land in Abuja. So, to acquire a piece of land in Abuja, go to the Abuja Geographic Information Systems, popularly known as AGIS, and obtain the relevant application form. Also, visit the FCDA Mass Housing Department to check the genuineness of land title before you acquire any property in any of the housing estates in Abuja. Do the right thing. Don't be a victim. This message is from the Federal Capital Territory Administration.
Madam, how much lasts for this bag of rice?
Customer, I don't give you better price now.
Madam, do well, I go come out.
Oh yeah, come pay. How you want to take pay now? You want to take pay for bag of rice? You be Mongo Park? See, make I tell you, times don't change.
My country people, before, our people they use different things as money, trade by barter, cowries. Today, we know money as Naira note. But because say the only thing when they constant na change, Central Bank of Nigeria don't introduce e-Naira. E-Naira, na the same thing as Naira. 1 e-Naira equal to 1 Naira. E-Naira go dey inside your phone. E-Naira no dey tear, e no dey heavy. E dey easy to transfer and you fit use them buy and sell just like Naira note. To begin use e-Naira, ask your bank. This message now from the Bankers Committee.
At the first sign of pain, you need a solution that you can trust. Try Panadol Caplets. With Panadol's Optizorb formula, the tablet absorbs quickly and starts providing fast and effective pain relief you can trust. Try Panadol Caplets.
Glad to have you back. Nigeria's debt stock stands at $32.9 billion as at March 2021, says Debt Management Office, as the capital markets closed in negative territory to begin the week. Details with Musa Abubakar and Business News.
Thank you, Yuri. The Director General of the Debt Management Office, Patience Oniha, says government's borrowing is still at a sustainable level and assures that Nigeria remains committed to repaying its loans with significant results already achieved in infrastructure. Speaking at a meeting with members of the National Assembly Committee on 8 Loans and Debt Management in Abuja, Oniha debunked rumors making rounds that the Chinese government is presently seizing properties of some African countries over failure to repay their loans.
An official document which was released yesterday said they have not seized any asset from any African country. So it means that statement is not true. All our loans, whether they are Naira debts, whether they are foreign, whether they are from China, they are serviced as and at when due.
I also believe that an effective debt management that emphasizes transparency, due process, and fiscal discipline can precipitate a turnaround in the economy.
To support the nation's borrowing and repayment, members of the National Assembly are promising to review the act establishing the Debt Management Office. Nigeria's debt stock stands at $32.9 billion. Now to stocks, the Nigerian stock market failed to sustain the slow rise recorded Friday in Monday's session. The all-share index dropped to 43,270.94 points, while the equities capitalization settled at 22.578 trillion naira. 208 million shares were traded in the day, value at 2.3 billion naira in 4,036 deals. The financial services sector dominated trade, to see FCMB and Zenith Bank dominating trade in terms of volume. Well, that's it. The news continues after the break.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
My schedule can be tight most days, and because I'm always on the go, I need a quick snack or drink to keep me going. And that's why I love my Hollandia yogurt. Every day I choose Hollandia yogurt because it contains protein, calcium, vitamin A, B vitamins, and vitamin H, which my body needs. Hollandia yogurt comes in 2 variants, plain sweetened and strawberry. Wholesome nourishment from your favorite brand. Is day ahead? Yummy, yummy, full of nourishment and vitality. T-bodies and shot lights. Ovaltine 3 in 1. 3 in 1. Ovaltine 3 in 1.
New Ovaltine 3 in 1. Smart choice for smart kids.
Capri Sun Funland. Can't wait. Hey!
Entry denied.
No artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners, no preservatives.
Nothing artificial.
Next up, the water slide.
Nothing artificial and great taste. Capri Sun, the taste of fun. Capri Sun, a product of Cheer Limited.
My tasty jollof queen. #1 jollof chef.
When you start like this, I know it's jollof you want. My husband deserves the best jollof, and so do my kids.
Yeah, Mom.
Not necessary, dear. I have all the pepper, onion, thyme, curry powder, garlic, ginger, and tomatoes I need in here. Welcome to the new way of making tasty jollof with no stress at all. All I do is pour my oil, add tasty tom jollof mix, fry for 4 minutes, and add water, some salt and seasoning, and finally rice. And my tasty jollof is ready in only 45 minutes.
So tasty. And for my jollof queen.
Tasty Tom Jollof Mix. No stress.
More jollof.
Available in 70, 210 and 400 gram sachets that are easy to open and easy to store.
Over the last 35 years, Golden Morn has been there with you and for you.
To celebrate this special journey with you, your proudly Nigerian Golden Morn will be making millionaires and giving out over 35 million in cash and prizes. Get yours.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Mommy is ready to receive me a bundle of joy. Mommy is making my home cleaner and safer. We are Dettol sure.
Illnesses can happen at home too. That's why Dettol and me together will make my baby's home safe and to protect from up to 100 illness-causing germs. That's why moms want to be Dettol. Dettol Sure.
We are Dettol sure.
Milo Ready to Drink with Active Go is made with the natural goodness of milk, malt and cocoa with essential vitamins and minerals, so you can pack the winning energy of Milo into your lunchbox to make sure your champ is always ready to keep winning every day. Milo, the energy food drink of future champions.
Not all washing powders are the same. Sunlight adds bursts of freshness to cleaning power to give you Sunlight 2-in-1 for sensational cleaning and freshness that lasts. Sunlight 2-in-1 sensational cleaning with burst after burst of freshness. Introducing Sunlight with luxurious oud fragrance.
The Ballon d'Or is ongoing at the moment, and Bad is here to give us an update.
Many thanks, Yere. Just like Yere said, the 2021 Ballon d'Or award ceremony is currently ongoing, and of course the football fraternity is waiting eagerly to see who is going to emerge the biggest winner of the night. But some award categories have been concluded already, with Robert Lewandowski named the striker of the year. The Copa Trophy went to rising Spaniard Pedri, while Barcelona women's team captain Alexia Putellas claimed the women's Ballon d'Or. The award is holding for the first time since 2019 after the 2020 edition was cancelled due to the coronavirus pandemic. Moving on, newly appointed Manchester United interim manager Ralph Rangnick says is excited to be joining the Red Devils and is focused on making this season a successful one for the club. Rangnick was on Monday announced as United's interim manager until the end of the season, and the 63-year-old, whose contract will see him take charge of the first team until June 2022, I beg your pardon, could remain at the club for at least a further 2 years in a consultancy role. Back home, young gymnast Stephanie Ogechukwu Onusurika, who won gold at the 2019 African Gymnastics Championship in South Africa, will star in the 11th edition of the Tony International Gymnastics Championship, built to take place this weekend in Abuja. The young star, who picked up gymnastics at age 2, will journey to Napoli later this year for the PWL Gymnastics League.
In the last National Sports Festival in Edo, I won 4 medals, which included a gold, 2 silvers, and 1 bronze.
She's so passionate about this gymnastics. I've been the one supporting her. We, her parents, have been supporting her financially, paying for her trips abroad.
All right. Just before I go back to Yenre, we're still waiting. Maybe it's going to be Lionel Messi, Robert Lewandowski, or Cristiano Ronaldo. We cannot wait to know.
Of course, I can't wait to. Many thanks, Buddy. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari commiserates with the founder and chief executive officer of Obituaries Group, Dr. Cosmas Maduka, over the passing of his wife, Charity, urging prayers for the family at the trying period. A statement by the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, said that President Buhari joins friends and associates of Maduka family and business group in mourning Mrs. Maduka, who was the vice president of Obituaries Group and demonstrated virtues in managing her home and businesses effectively. President Buhari prays that the Almighty God will receive the soul of the departed and comfort the family. The death has occurred of Sir Samuel Mwego Ile of Iruegbede, Orienwa local government area of Edo State. He died at the age of 86. Burial arrangement, as announced by the family, states that service of songs will hold on the 2nd of December at St. John Anglican Church, Agbo, by 4 o'clock in the evening. Funeral service will hold on Friday at the same church by 10 o'clock in the morning, to be followed immediately by interment at 219 Old Lagos Asaba Road, Boji Owa, while Thanksgiving service will hold on Sunday at St. John Anglican Church by 7 o'clock in the morning. Now time for a quick peep at the weather outlook for Tuesday.
Glad to have you join us. We have a drop in nighttime temperatures over the northern parts of the country, and we expect further drop in the next few days due to incursion of dry northeasterly winds from the Sahara. And for Tuesday, we expect a very quiet morning with sunny and hazy skies over the northern parts of the country. Sunny skies with few clouds over the central, with increased cloudiness over the southern parts of the country. But as the day progresses, we expect to see development by afternoon, giving prospect of thunderstorms over parts of Enugu, Imo, Ogun, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Bayelsa, Delta, and Lagos. That's it from here. I'm Sefia Yinusa.
And that concludes NTA Network News tonight. Many thanks for watching. Please remember to speak up and take action against rape and rapists. I'm Ian Ray John. Good night.